All right, so um, I am making this little diary video because so it's December 20th, 2023, and this is crazy. I don't think I realized this until I just looked through my bank account and just like counted everything up. So this year, before tax, I made $110,000 because of what I want to be making, because of what I want my lifestyle to look like. Which is not a crazy extravagant lifestyle. It's one that takes a lot. It requires a lot of startup money that I don't have. But because of that, it doesn't feel as incredible coming out of my mouth to say it. But I told myself this year that I was gonna be more. That I was gonna like take moments to pat myself on the back. And this would be one of them. Because this is 2023. 2021, I believe I probably made about $10,000 the whole year. My parents completely supported me through that year. As a 30/31-year-old, my parents had to support me the whole year. I went to rehab. I had no vision. No vision. I was like a different person. This isn't to say that everything is perfect. Like, as I look at this camera, I did the laundry, I threw it all over there. Something is poking out over here from the couch. All this, me not being in the physical condition I'd like to be in, me sitting here with this vape. I got all these hard drives sitting here that I'm all stressed about figuring out how to back up all these hard drives from over the years. I'm all nervous that they're done for, and I don't. But the point is, it's not perfect. It's nowhere near perfect. But 2 years ago today, I was in a different place, man. You're talking about somebody who had no vision, just got out of rehab, and made $10,000 for the year, and needed his parents to support him as a 30 and 31-year-old. And this year, you're talking about somebody who has a vision that is not the beginning of a vision. I've been developing a bit. I developed the ability to like recultivate vision in 2022. But 2023 was me having it from before, like 1 year ago today, December 20th of last year of 2022, I already was like had vision. I wasn't in the throes of it, but I had already had it for like maybe 2 months. Like, I've had vision for like 14 months. Like, it's really, it's becoming something. Shit's real. You know what I mean? I was scared to ask for what I want while I was cultivating vision in 2022. It was my first good year back from several years of madness. So I got to give myself credit for that. I got to give myself a little slack too for that. That 2020, the 2022, the year directly after I like got out of the darkness, right? Like 2022 was the beginning of the new life, and like right from the start of 2022, the beginning of the new life, and I can't believe this that I did this. I can believe it, of course. I'm just saying, like, conversationally, like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You know, what did I do? What did I do to get these gifts, to get this gift from God? What did I do? You know, I don't feel like I deserve it. If I'm being honest, I don't. But, and look, man, like, $110,000 is nothing to scream from the hilltops about. But, you know, especially after taxes, like $75,000, you know, in LA, like $75,000 or something. And then, you know, life expenses. There was a lot of unexpected kind of stuff. Like I got a huge ticket, like over $1,000. I had my sister's wedding. There goes $1,000. I because of the ticket, my car insurance was $2,800 this year. Now we're at almost 5,000 right there. Lot of other stuff too. Like just a lot of stuff that I need to be paid for. And so after after taxes, it's like 75,000, we'll call it. And after that 75, I made net, you know, after expenses, all expenses, everything, my whole life, every dollar I needed to spend after all that, the 75 became 31. So I saved cash. Well, some of it's in crypto, so I'm going to need to figure that out, but I saved, you know, 31,000 at the end of the day. 2022, the year that kind of started this new life, this new season of life. 2022, I saved 19,000. So I saved 19, 2022. I saved 31, 2023. It's time to go, dude. That's it, dude. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this, man. You know, the books helped. Reading helped. I've never really read before. Oh, no, oh my God, that was such an understatement. I've never read before. Ever. Yeah, I never read before. Actually, ever, I think. I actually think I've never read. I don't think I've. Because even in high school, I don't think I ever finished reading a book we were told to read or anything like that. I can't remember ever having read a book before 2022. 31 and 32-year-old in then. First time I read a book. That's insane, coming out and it being true and me not exaggerate. Like, that's crazy. That shit changed my life, dude. Or I guess, no, I'm sorry. It would have been the very end of 2021. because I started 2022 in the vibe, but it had just started in like December, in like November. You know, it was beginning to start in like June 2022. Yeah, June. Haha. Yeah, June 2022. That's when it Whoa. Oh my god, because my tattoo, dude. June 2012. That's exactly 10 years ago that the last run began. Wow. I wonder what day of June it was. I really don't think that, I don't know if there'd be a way to figure that out. I don't, but anyway, June of 2022. Wow, I've already been on it for like a year and a half, dude. That's funny because it feels like it was really, really recent that I was like, all right, here we go, and all concerned about time. Like, oh, I don't want this to take 3 years for me to like, get to the next level of like having an RV and a truck which I didn't even come up with yet in June, by the way. June was the beginning of, right? Because like the timeline is this. January 2022, I was in a new life for the first time in years. For the first 6 months of that, January to June, I lived in that life. That's it, though. I just lived in it. I just lived in the new life. Like I wasn't cultivating new vision. I wasn't saving money. I was just living in a new life, right? Like I wasn't like addicted to like any sort of like I wasn't addicted to I don't know why I feel like such a bitch whenever I talk about having been addicted to weed. Because it sounds like such bullshit. And yeah, physically maybe it is. Well, yeah, but I mean I was. I can't. Oh my god! I just like thought about being him again. Like who I was in 2021 before 2022. Like who I was. I was waking up completely exhausted, in the worst shape of my life, begging the person I was with to stay with me every day and not break up with me, even though she wanted to. Completely broke and scrounging to get like $23 somehow. I don't even remember how I did it each day. Scrounging somehow to get like $23 to buy like 7 grams of like the worst weed ever. I mean, it was more than $23. My God. No, 23 was how much the eighth was. And I was buying 2 of them every day. So it was like where the hell was I getting $46 a day? I really don't even understand what was going on. I don't even remember. Like, I honestly don't know what the fuck I was doing to make that happen. Must have been YouTube money? Yeah, it must have been YouTube money. Yeah, yes, that is what it was. It was YouTube money, and my parents were paying my rent that year, and I was paying for my food on a credit card my dad gave me. That's so embarrassing to say. What a ride. So, like the whole thing, what a ride. Starting to get the vid. Wow. My God, and at a certain point, like, signing to Warner Brothers as an artist, and like, oh, wow. and like it being on during that time, like having some money, like fucking, I'm in it now. Second time though, at that point that I had said I'm in it now because of getting signed the first time. But then once it was Warner Brothers, it was like, here we go. And then after Warner Brothers, all the success of that YouTube channel. Like going to bed, pressing upload on a YouTube video, and in the morning, expecting like 150,000 views, and like that the videos were gonna get to like 1 million, but hopefully they'd pop off and get like 10 million, which only a couple reached that threshold, but a lot of them reached that million. Like in this time, June 2012, when the real big, like when the real journey that I'm still kind of on in a way, when that started, like I would have fucking killed for 1 million views. That felt far. Oh my god. Thinking about that felt far. I remember thinking, like, being so frustrated. What's the code that I need to fucking crack? I remember just feeling like, what do I do? And feeling like it was so silent in my world. I remember feeling like it was quiet. Like I could post on YouTube and it was just like invisible. It was like, why would anyone... like I'm alone in the basement pressing upload. How's anyone gonna see this? And they didn't for a while, but to get to that point, dude, where we're like, you know, if I wake up in the morning and it has less than 10, 20,000 views, like, that was an upset. Dude. And then, to come out of all of that, now I have a record deal with Warner Brothers. To come out of all of that, Warner Brothers done, YouTube done, and to just be like a blob of a person, dude. In the worst place, dude. What wrist is it? Yeah, I don't know if that scar is ever gonna go away, dude. It's two of them, actually, when you really... That is crazy. That was dark. That was so dark, bro. Brother, that was... Obviously, light could get darker, but man, was I not in a good place every day, every single day. And to go to rehab, move out of my house in California, go to rehab in Arizona. Quit the stuff, got sober, reevaluated, got spiritual for the first time in so long, man. The spirituality, man. That happened in July to like September of 2021. That was and the there was structure for the first time in so long, right? Like I had to get up and I had to go to rehab at a certain time. I was working out. I went from being just a fucking slob Like what my body looked like was so gross. I would have rather have been just totally fat. No, that's not true. But honestly, it would have looked at least like then I would have at least been fat instead of like taking my shirt off and being like a fucking just like whatever that was. It was messy looking when I took my shirt off. It was just messy. In my face even. You know, like I gotta remember, like, you know, like I'm out of shape now, right? Like I got in really good shape, like really good shape that year in rehab. You know, got to like just about like 6-pack territory. I mean, I was like 4 or 6 weeks from being like a veiny person. You know what I mean? That level of, you know, kind of like rippedness. I was like 4 or 6 weeks out, and I didn't continue. But then, you know, got out of shape. Then got back in pretty decent shape for Allie's wedding. Pretty damn decent shape. Running miles and miles and fucking exercising, eating better, and now I'm back out of it again. But even now, like, if I had woken up in this body when it was, you know, pre-rehab that year, and I woke up, I'd be like, oh my god, I look great. Like, that's what I would have thought. And right now, I gotta remember, like, because I look in the mirror now, and I'm like, fuck, I look like a fucking slob. That's how I feel now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even like looking in the mirror. Like, I always know that I don't have a lot of, that I'm teetering in dangerous physical confidence territory when I really avoid the mirror, right? Like I don't even use the light in the bathroom, even when I get ready in the morning. I don't even like to see, right? So that's dark. You know what I mean? That's dark, dude. Like, so there's still darkness. You know what I mean? But, like, I gotta remember, though, man, it was super dark. All the conditions of it were really bad, dude. So, like, for me to, like, okay, so now I'm, like, normal guy. Like, I'm not fat. I'm not totally skinny. I'm just kind of a guy. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's better, dude. That's better, dude. Like, I gotta stop looking at myself. I get like weird. I get like on myself when I see myself, so I just minimize it so I don't see myself. So yeah, man. I just kind of made this because I'm you know, just a check mark, man. Just some points on the board, dude. It's really gonna happen. You know what's funny? I think to myself when I say it's really going to happen, you know, the next checkpoint of you know, I move out of here and I'm not teaching at the school anymore, and I have the RV and I have the truck, and I'm doing the YouTube tour. That still feels far away, by the way. The YouTube tour still feels far away. You know, I haven't even put out a video. I spent the entire year writing these essays as scripts for videos, and needing to formulate them before then writing them. It was a lot, especially with the other jobs. Oh my god, I had several jobs. Oh, fuck. Crazy year. Shit. When I really think about it, crazy year this year. Ooh. I went hard, dude. Ooh, I really did. I went hard. Respect. Dude. Talking to me. Respect. Damn. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah. Dude, I have all this music that I made that's on TV now. This year, getting all my music on the TV. I got like 30 something placements this year. Well, I shouldn't say placements, because a lot of it is just got selected for libraries. But basically, everything I submitted either was selected for a library so that it can be up for placement, or got a placement. There was like no failures except for fucking one that I really am still banking on is not a failure. We'll see if it pans out. That's unheard of, dude. I went like 30, 33, 34. I went like 33, 33 or something. That's fucking crazy. I just got into this shit. Dude, I'm just like patting myself in the back right now. I told myself I was going to do this. I told myself you got to celebrate the little wins. And I don't. So I gotta, because I gotta remember this, that I am having fun right now, dude. You know how stupid it's gonna be that I even have to, not stupid, but like, if I were to look back on this video someday and look at myself and say, am I really like needing to convince myself I'm having fun, that this is cool? Because I already know in retrospect, later on in my life, I'm going to look back on this time so fondly. It's going to be great. That would be crazy to see myself, like, convincing myself that I had fun, remembering to celebrate wins. I want to look back, go, fuck, that whole fucking time period was a fucking win. That was a blast I had. And I'm having it now. I'm having it right now. I am having that blast. Messy place, vape and all. Out of shape and all. I am having a blast. I am. Doesn't always feel like it, and it doesn't even feel like it as I say it. Alright, that's what I mean about convincing myself, because that's really what I'm doing. Like, it's hitting me in waves where I actually feel it, but right now as I say it, you know, maybe literally like 6 minutes ago or something in this video, I felt it heavy. Where I was just, I don't know what I was saying in the moment, but it would like hit me like minutes ago, and now I'm back to like not seeing it. So I'm like convinced. It's all crazy. This is all crazy, but just a blast, man. Just a blast. So, you know, look. This year, I want to look back at today, in 1 year from today, late December of next year, 2024. I want to look back at today, and I want to feel like, damn, that was unorganized, that life of his. That's one thing I want to feel when I look back. I want to go, wow, me a year ago, that was unorganized. That guy didn't even know what was happening with YouTube and something with business, something with something with like something businessy. Maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe not like a full-fledged, but something. Even if I'm just contracting other people out to do stuff, like, instead of me being the one. Like, because I sold my time all year. Right? Like, I got to like a respectable number, like amount of money made for somebody who's just selling their time and doesn't actually, you know, like, like manual labor in a way. It's my brain is the manual mechanism is my brain, but it's still like manual labor essentially. Like I'm selling my, everything I did to make the $110,000. Except for a little bit of the sync stuff, except for a little bit of the TV music and everything. Like, other than that, everything I did this whole year was like, yeah. And it was soul crushing a little bit, man, during some times. It was like, that was hard work. The come up is hard. This is my second real come up from, nothing. Second real one. The first real one was June 22nd, 2012, starting around then. And this is really the second one, right? Like the whole 10 years, The whole 10 years, it took like 2 years to start coming up. Then I was like in the come up. Then I like felt like I was really, like it was all going. There was success. Then I pretended like it wasn't over even when it was. And that was several years, dude. And now here we are. I just described 10 years. And now here we are. It's the second come up. And the first come up was life-alteringly difficult, man. Okay? Gotta work harder. Duh. It was hard. Oh, that was hard work, boy. So, it's hard. This time, on this come up, it was a hard year, man. I shouldn't say that making this money was easy. It was not. It was exhausting. And it was not fun. In a lot of moments, it was not fun. Could it have been? Yes. If I had framed it that way. Was it? No. But next year, December, I want to look back. I want to say that guy was really unorganized. His space here was unorganized. His brain was less organized. His schedule was less organized. I want to be able to say that about me today. I want to be able to say that about me today. I want to be able to say, damn, he had no idea that something was really going to change finance-wise. I'm having trouble deciding if I want to say that. Because I want to let God do his thing. And if his thing is I grow in ways that make it so that 2025 is the beginning of like the first like damn money come up. If that's 2025 instead of 2024 because that makes more sense, then I want to leave it open to that. But there's another piece of me that wants to say, no, like, I want to set that fucking goal, dude. Because I set goals last year. I set the goals down on paper, dude. I wonder what I exactly said last year, because I didn't keep thinking about it every night before bed, practicing, wanting it, like really just manifesting it consciously. Like, I just kind of went in and out of that this year. I did it really good for the first couple months of the year. But what did I say? I'm going to it right now. So it would have been... Wow, okay. I see. Oh, wow. Wow! See, I thought it was gonna go different. Ah. Wow. So I projected that built in, no matter what, worst case scenario, my net worth on January 1st, 2024, which is in 2 weeks, I projected that the worst case scenario I was going to be at 64,750, and I'm actually at 50. I'm actually going to be at 51,000. Unless something change, unless I get that unless that sync thing works out, it'll be like 56. But and then I said most likely projection, and there's all these numbers of how I arrived at this. Most likely projection, 83,000. Excellent projection, all these numbers, 116,000. Okay, so I didn't even hit the bare minimum. Now my question, bitch, is what would have happened if I decided that the built-in projection, the minimum projection, was not 64,000, and I decided that the minimum projection was 180,000. What would have happened then? That's my motherfucking question. Because if I said 64 and I got to 51, if I said 180, would I have gotten to like 155 or some fucking shit like that? That's my fucking question. Or more, right? Because you never know. But would I at least have, right? Like I made a video about this. I gotta practice what I preach, dude. I made a video about this, the one step further method. So if I want to definitely, right? Like, why can't I dream bigger? I'm scared. What is scaring me about that? It's not exactly even that I'm scared I'm not going to be able to make the money if I dream bigger. It feels more like what I'm scared of is what it's going to require of me, the sacrifice, and like I'm scared of if I really, really like say to myself the way that I said to myself last year that I was going to like at least make $64,000, which I only. So what could I fit? What could I iterate upon? My thoughts right now are that if it's a money thing, I could iterate upon make that money way bigger. Way bigger. So that even if I get halfway, it's a big come up. And in addition, keep going with the visualization. Because I did that for the first like 3 months of this year. I was consistent with it. And that was good for me. Take that time. Get that fucking statement written down. Fucking say it every night and every morning until I feel it. Do not go to bed until I feel what I just said written down on this paper, and have what's written down on that paper be exactly what I want. And don't be scared of how big it is. So what do I say? Because do you understand that I believe that if I said something ridiculous, which I hope in the future FJ, I hope that you look back and think that my definition of ridiculous right now, which would be like if I were to say I want to go from having made $100,000 this year to making $1 million this next year, I want like that serious face I just got into when I said $1 million by next year to seem like ridiculous. That's what I want to seem like. I want to seem like I can't believe he didn't know how easily he could have done that. That's what I wanted to feel. But like the issue, my thing is just this. If I say that to myself, something crazy like that, I'm scared it's going to derail me from what I'm doing because if I say it to myself and I believe it enough and I keep saying it to myself and I feel it all like constant, like every night, every morning before bed, like I feel that in my heart for a second because I just get there. I get there. If I can get there to feeling it, wanting it, and then noticing all the things in my life that could be providing it and all that, if I get in that world, I'm scared I'm going to derail from the YouTube videos, from the path I'm on. I'm scared I'm going to derail. I'm scared the opportunities I'm going to notice in my life, while they're the ones that are going to present me with numbers that can get in that world of something colossal for me in my way, in my amount of money I currently have. That would be a 10x. That'd be colossal. I'm just like, what kind of shit am I going to be picking up on that's going to make me that kind of money? It's going to be some shit that's like businessy and crazy, and I don't know if I care as much about that money right now. What I do care about, this is where the confusion is like, because I don't really care about, like, I don't need $1 million fucking dollars next year. But it's not that. But then in my heart, I'm like, but I do care about the money. What's going on here is that I care about the money to the extent that I really want to be at that point where I have the startup money for what I want to do with my life. And that is like $250,000 saved. If I can get to $250,000 saved, beyond that, it's whatever. That's what I really want to get to. That's where it's like, I don't care about money, but I do. I don't care about, because that number, that like 250 area, provides the non-money related world I'd like to be living in. Like that gets me the RV, the truck, and a little bit of runway. So why don't I do that? Why don't I do that? Man, that would be really insane, though. Because I saw how hard I had to work this year to save the $31,000 I saved this year. I saw how hard I had to work to get to 250. Oh fuck, man, that's hard. Ooh, but let's just treat it like a game. Let's just treat it like a game, dude. Like how a video game is really daunting and hard, and like, oh god, it's hard to get past this level. But like, yet I'm having fun. Gotta treat it like that. But, whew, I'd have to save $220,000. And right now, as we sit here, I just don't know how that's happening. From seeing how hard $30,000 was to save, from how draining that was for the majority of this year. 220. I don't even. Something would have to change. Something would really have to change. Yeah, no, because it's actually, understand this. Fuck the video right now. Talk to you. Talk to me. Understand this. It is physically impossible to scale up the manual labor that took place to save the 30. It's physically impossible to scale it to make 220. It's not like that it would just be super hard. It's physically impossible. Understand that. Doubling it is physically impossible. So let alone 8 times. Get that through your head. That is physically impossible. Something needs to change. Something needs to change to make that kind of money next year. Something needs to change about the way you are making money. Something's got to change about the way you're making money. Something's got to change about the way you're making money. Something's got to change about the way you're making money. I feel like this video is done right now. I'm good. Yeah.